Hey everyone. Just bear with me 2 ticks while I'm just sorting out my laptop. And then we'll get on with the business of the evening. Okay. Okay. Hey everyone, how are we all doing this evening? Okay, let's see. Okay, we have Jennifer, Cindy, Sandy, Shirley, Viv, Peggy, Tina, and Cheryl so far joining us in the chat. Hey everyone. Hey Betty. Yes, she's happy stitching today. Quite enjoying this one. Okay. The pattern keeper's deciding it wants to be a monkey today as well. So, you may have surmised. Hey Hannah. You may have surmised that we have a new start. So this is a first of my 2 new starts. And it is this one. This is the Tree of Life. And it's by the Cross Stitch Studio. Hey Grammy. So yeah, we have just started this one. And I put it to the vote in the house. Because I've been working on, obviously, quite a bit of black outline today. And I put it to the vote in the house. And Andy went, oh, I don't really know. And I said to Hannah, fill in or carry on with the black. And she says, brace, splash of colour. So that's what we're going to do. Excuse me. So yeah, we're going to fill in a couple of these blocks, I think. And see how far we get. So I'm doing this 1/1 full cross on some 25 count. Thanks to Sharon's advice the other day. Because if you may remember, I did ask her on Wednesday what she was stitching hers on. Because I was still undecided about my fabric choice. Okay. Let's just zoom that in a little bit better. There we go. So I think we're going to do this leaf that's bang in the middle here. Hey Inez. Hope we're all doing well anyway. And happy Sunday to you all. We are pootling along as we do. So yeah. So Cheryl is working on her dog's cross stitch. And what are you guys working on? What have you got out on your frames and stands today? I also have sew and tell thread open as well. So if you do want to put something on sew and tell thread, please feel free to do so. But yeah, I'm going to start and add in some colours. Hey Lizzie. Let's just try that again. Oh, blimey. Oh, Viv's about to hit 10,000 on Sunbound Trail. That's fantastic, Viv. Awesome stuff. If you've been in the group today, you may see that I have also put in the August finishes thread. So if you get a finish in August, as well as putting it on sew and tell, pop it on that thread. Doesn't matter, cross stitch or not. If it's a finish, if it's a crafting finish, bang it on that thread. Working on the odd stitches in Black Cat 7, then back to black for Shirley. Jennifer started Fruits of Plenty by Modern Folk Embroidery yesterday.
Hang on, I ain't got the bell out.
Peggy's starting a new one called Majestic Flora by Zana. Cross stitch. Hey Lynn. Cindy working on Scottish sewing set by Teresa Baird. Yeah, me and Andy are very well, thanks, Lynn. Sandy can't concentrate, so I'm not stitching. We have days like that, Sandy. I'm the same. So sometimes it's just nice just to sit and watch and listen, isn't it? But I hope you're doing well. Okay. Hey, Kelly. Dum de dum de dum. Okay, that one. Like inhale out. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Yeah, I'm done a couple of weeks. Well, last week it was. So yeah, do like having something different. Stocking for Hannah, bit of ready for a change, but pushing forward whilst off. Fantastic. Tina's picked up a knitting this afternoon. The stitching wasn't calling. It happens, doesn't it? Hey, Anna Karen. Pet Kelly's been doing some applique. Have to finish the next, the next Quilters Challenge project. Sounds exciting, Kelly. Must admit, Sandy, I could happily read my book instead of stitch at the minute. Yeah, sometimes it gets like that, doesn't it? I spent much of yesterday out and about. I was, busy doing sort of various things, but, still, I came home and stitched. But, when it gets to a certain point and you think, right, come on, you've really got to get on with it now and get these stitches done. That was me yesterday. Okay. Grammy's working on Storykeep Village Bookstore. Did I get all of the black stitch or just map this part? I just mapped this part, Kelly. I've been working, this is a new start today, and I put in about 1550-ish stitches of black. And I put it to the vote in the household. And Hannah said I'd a splash of colour, so that's what we're doing. Although it's greens and greys at the moment with the black, so not really colour at the minute, but we'll get there. We will get there. Got it. Yep. So I've done there's 108 pages of pattern for this one, and I've done 2 full pages of black mapping and a little bit more. Liz is eating dinner. Awesome. We've had my stepdad here today. He's been a lot better. So, yeah, he's back up to full strength. I've got Andy with me. Hannah's in as well. Victoria was here earlier, but she's gone now. Cat's knocking about. The neighbourhood visitor's been at least 2 or 3 times today. I expect to see him again before day's end, because that's what he's like. Daughter and best friend are landing at YVR, Vancouver Airport, at 3:20. Their friends are picking them up. Did they enjoy themselves, Kelly? They had a good trip. Yes, they did. We had a family Facebook chat and daughter's been posting photos. Excellent. So do we. We have one of those as well. It's handy. Especially when I'm in the office or, you know, that kind of thing. Sorry about that. Just felt something sticking in my leg. I think I'm going to live though. Why do you have to do so many stitches? And I undo more than I saw Hannah's bedroom carpet. That made me laugh. Oh, her bedroom carpet's just fine. It still smells sweet. Woo, says Viv, that's the 10k mark.
Well,
thank you, dear.
I can't. I'm listening back to videos, darling.
All right, okay. Yeah, so that's 10,000 stitches on Viv's 6 portals. Awesome stuff. Where's Patsy these days? Patsy's dealing with some stuff, but I'm sure she'll be back when she's ready. She's I've been talking to her behind the scenes, as it were. But yeah, she's been a bit busy. I mean, her daughter recently had a baby, so there's been a bit of family stuff as well. So yeah. You can always tag her in the group. She does Facebook, so I think she's the only Patsy in there. And tell her we're missing her. I will do. She'll be. I'm sure she'll be quite touched. But yeah, she's. I know that she's got a lot on at the minute, so. Jane's off dancing this evening. I'm not sure where Sharon is. She might be busy as well today. And I think Sundays is quite a big family day for her. So you're stuck with me. Not going to lie, this feels a little bit odd. Just filling in a random leaf. A random section. But we'll persevere and see how we get on. If I don't like it, I can always revert to my typewriter, can't I? 2, 3. Hey, Sue. How are you? Decorating all done. Yeah. So yeah, don't forget, guys, about popping onto Sew and Tell thread if you haven't done so already. I've also opened the August event and also put the August finishes thread up. So if you get a finish in August, then pop a pick on that, or you know, any kind of crafting finish, and we'll celebrate them all in September. What time did I get off to sleep? Well, it was I saw turn midnight, and then I did eventually nod off, and I saw sort of hourly, and eventually gave it up as a bad job at sort of just after 7. Because every time I woke up, I wasn't just awake for a few minutes. I was awake for a little while, and then it seemed like I just nodded back off, and then I woke up again. But I did have a light nap here in the chair earlier on, a light snooze. It was all of about 20 minutes. But sometimes that's all you need. Having stupid problems with oh dear, bureaucracy. So not great, but that's just life in. Yeah, it is. It's life, Jim, but not as we know it. Who is the decorator in your house? Me. When I'm not stitching. Andy doesn't do decorating. Doesn't do gardening, doesn't do decorating. He does a very nice lining, washing up, cooking, pushing the hoover around, using the washing machine. But as for paint on walls, nah. Lizzie says treat yourself to another van. Don't forget to back up your button keeper files. That is a good point. Hey Liz. Not tidy, you're all good. Are you all right? Yeah. Always good advice that, Viv. Back up your pattern keeper files. So yeah, so just going back to last night, I was up until about 11, which is normal when Andy's not home because he wasn't home last night. And it was lovely and quiet when I went to bed, and I wasn't hot or anything like that. I was okay when I was downstairs, but then the second I got into bed, I just wasn't tired. Tossed and turned for a while. Then I have the blue backlight on my phone, so it's eye and brain friendly. So I did a bit of scrolling, but still, just didn't want to switch off. Didn't want to switch off. Anyway, what are you working on, Liz? You've still got the mini dragon on the go. Must confess to not having looked at Sew and Tell this evening. Normally I do have a bit of a sneak peek, but I haven't had a look, so... You know, they've released a full dramatization from 1981 of Lord of the Rings on CD and vinyl. HMV promoting it. Okay. I have to have a look at that. Whether I get it is another matter. I'll certainly have a look. Thank you. No, I pulled out a smaller whip, but it's doozy. Oh, cool. $157. Okay.
I can hear you for a short time now.
Okay. I have that version of Lord of the Rings. It's one of my favourites. Liz's pattern is not a full coverage. Oh, that's all right. Sometimes full coverages are not in our life. We need something non-full coverage. 30 Geeks of a new Lord of the Rings design of Frodo and Gandalf. Oh, I'll have to have a look.
Interesting point. Do you prefer full coverage or non-full coverage?
I prefer full coverage.
Not you. I was talking about your viewers.
I think we've got to fairly even split, because I see lots of people who work on non-full coverage, and I see lots of people who work on full coverage, and I see people who work on both.
Okay.
So
Best of both worlds then.
yeah.
Is that fair enough to say?
And for Liz, this one, accurate counting's a priority. Yep. You know, it's funny. I was at my aunt's yesterday, and my uncle's going to make me the little, the stand that I want for my clamps, for my painting fairy. So I can use that a bit more. And my aunt said, she says, I think your cross stitch is beautiful. The kind of cross stitch that you do is beautiful. She says, I used to do hard hanger. And I'm like, yeah, I know. She used to do hard hanger embroidery. She said, my aunt, I mean, bless her, she said, you know, you can pick up kits and you can get cross stitch kits and do them, and lots of people can do them. She says, but the kind of work that you do, it's just stunning. And I mean, it's just as, to be fair, what I do is just as easy as a kit, just on a bigger scale and full coverage.
Is that fair to say, do you think?
Betty says, spice of life. Yes, indeed. Variety indeed. Hey, Charlotte. Otherwise, the architecture won't work. It's in S&T.
S&T?
Yeah, you'll have to tell us S&T. I am not sure of that one. Lizzie, I prefer full coverage even if my counting's terrible. I can count, but the part of my brain that goes, nope, won't, can't, won't short, can't make me when it comes to cross stitching. Yeah. Oh, I had some very exciting news this week, which means that my rotation, I will still be doing it, but the amounts will have to change temporarily. Show and tell. Thank you. It's in show and tell. Thank you very much, Liz.
That makes sense now. S&T, yeah.
Yeah. This week is the last week of the cross stitch, and I've been doing for the last day in Canada. I started another small Christmas ornament. New start for Kelly.
Okay.
So yeah, I had some exciting news. I got an email out of the blue from the other lady that I do model stitching for, because there are two ladies that I do model stitching for. I did some for this lady back in sort of February, March this year. Two sort of fairly good sized pieces. And yeah, do you remember them?
They were really good.
Yeah. And she said, I've got another piece for you to do if you'd be prepared to take it on, but it's a lot. And I'm like, well, what do you consider to be a lot?
Well,
now, considering I stitch for as many hours a week as I work, probably more, what's a lot?
Well,
she reckons that this piece that she's about to send me is about 90 hours of stitching.
That's small fry for you, isn't it?
Yeah. So, while ever it's with me, I will still stitch, but I'll do 500 stitches a day on my pieces first, so they continue to get progress, and then wherever all the time we'll go into the model. Except for Saturdays and Sundays, because Saturdays is spare stitch Saturday, and I'll do my usual 1,000, and then Sunday is my Sunday stitch day. But I won't be playing catch up. I should just have them at 500 whenever I've got this model on. So I don't know what to stitch. I'm doing Maggie Dimensions. Don't enjoy it. Yes, your auntie's right. Your work's beautiful. You make it look so easy.
You do. It's right. It amazes me, and I live with her. You know, I see this every day, and I'm like, you tell me you're not talented. I say you're a liar.
It's a craft. I'm not a designer. I'm not an artist. It's a craft, isn't it? And I've just happened to be well practiced at the craft. It's like you're practiced at doing your filming and your editing and your script writing and things.
Yeah, but when you watch my videos, Nikki, you do realise that you are dealing with someone who's certainly not a professional.
I'm not. You know, there's where's the line between amateur and professional?
Well, it's a good point, but I mean, you definitely do produce stitching that could be considered professional.
Well, I get asked to do it on a professional basis, i.e. with my model stitching.
Well, yeah.
But, you know.
Well, does that not make you a professional stitcher then?
Does not you being in newspapers and on television make you a professional?
No. Because
Why?
Anybody can be on a newspaper professional, you
know. Yeah, but most people are in the newspaper for the wrong reasons.
Well,
think about it. Most news is bad news.
Well, unfortunately that's true. Especially these days. I mean, what was the last piece of good news anybody ever heard? There's an interesting question for you.
Well, there you
go.
What
was the last time you heard?
What was the last bit of good news that you heard that came through the mainstream media?
Yeah.
Kelly says, although I've dreamed up quilts myself before, I just follow the pattern that some other clever person has designed. Yeah. That's what I do. Just follow the pattern that some other clever person's designed. You know, and I was talking to Sarah about it at the Big Stitch, and she says we are crafters and we become accomplished at our craft. And that's what it is, isn't it? Hey, Sophia.
But equally though, right, it takes a talented person to follow said pattern. And I think this is what I'm trying to get across.
I don't know if it's talented as much as dedicated. You have to be dedicated to do it, don't you?
Right. Let me put this into something you may be able to understand. Right. I can stitch. I'm not the best stitcher in the world. I'm terrible, to be fair. Right.
Yeah, but you dedicate yourself to it when you do it.
Hold on a minute. Right. My point is this. Right. That both me and you can take the pattern and we can stitch it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you make a heck of a better job than I would, because I'm totally rubbish.
Well,
the result is the same. We still produce the design that's on the chart, right? It's just that yours is a lot better, and this is where I sort of bring the talent thing in, because I don't have the talent to make it as good as you do.
Yeah, but you could also say the same if we switched it around, and if I took your camera and tried to do a village video, I could do it, and I could do it, you know, in a similar way to you do, but you're ultimately going to be better. And why are you better? Because you've had a lot more practice.
Yeah, I get that. Please tell me I'm not talking cobblers though, right? I am making sense to you.
So a couple of comments here. Lizzie says, wish I could draw. I have so many beautiful images in my head. It's just frustration. I can't draw them. Yep. Lizzie, I can barely draw a stick man. Andy, I bet you're very proud of your wife. Have you got the bee framed yet? Nope, not yet.
I am proud of her. Of course I am.
And Lizzie says, I do not think I am particularly talented. I don't know. You do a lot of creative writing, which I can't do. I'm definitely no good at anything like that. I have things in my head, but when it comes to getting them out of my head and onto paper, forget it. Absolutely forget it.
But I feel like that sometimes. I always have things in my head, but I can't necessarily get them out.
Yeah.
Out of there. Yeah.
Betty says, I can draw tree stumps, boxes with lids, but that's about it. Jealous of this. They are just given to those with talents. Yes, you see, I can draw a box shape. I can draw a lattice pattern, like a Celtic knot kind of thing. But, you know, I'm no artist. I hated art at school.
You do yourself a disservice. I honestly think that stitching is a form of art.
Well, it is a form of art, but it's a craft, and a craft that you practice to get better at it. A bit like being a potter or a painter or I don't know, a basket maker.
Well, that's a dying art. Did you do any stitching at school?
No. I mean, everybody did a little bit. We all made a calendar one year with a bit of binker and some threads, and we put nice pretty patterns, did X's and running stitches and this, that and the other. But every child does that. It's part of the curriculum.
Now you see, this is where me and you differ then, because you didn't do any stitching at school, but I did.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. So this was in year 7 only, right? What our school did is that when you got to like technology lessons, every term you swapped for something different.
Oh, right.
So we had 3 terms. So one was like woodworking and stuff like that.
Oh, I loved woodwork at school.
Another one was
rubbish at it, but
another one was sort of computery based stuff, and the third one was textile based stuff.
Oh.
And then when we did the textile one, we did things like stitching and knitting and any other craft you can think of like that. Now, of course, I was completely terrible at it. So yeah, I have done it at school. There was also a food one as well.
Food tech.
Yeah.
I was going to say, was there not food tech as well?
There was food, as well. Yeah.
You see, we did.
So it was every half term we swapped.
Right. We did in junior school. We did the like I said, the stitched calendar thing, and then in comprehensive school we never did anything like that, except for when we had like a charity day or the last day of term that you could sign up to a different class for the day. So you might have one class that's running board games, one class that's running model making, one class that's running dance, one class that's running music, but they're not part of the curriculum. They were like fun days. Yeah. So, like, for example, the dance students would get together and they'd be like, okay, well, let's all pick a piece of music and we'll do a dance and we'll do a routine together kind of thing. There
was nothing
structured.
No. Well, you see, I did have that.
You see, we didn't have that. So for us, our structure, the one that I used to do was the knitting one. So we'd do the knitting day, and in the knitting day, we'd all make a knitted square, and they would be stitched together to make a quilt for, local old folk or to send abroad or whatever it was that they did with them. I can't remember. It's a long time since school. So yeah, we did the charity squares knitting, and that was the only time that craft really came into my school life. I did metalwork. I was actually quite good at metalwork. I enjoyed woodwork, but I was rubbish at it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically speaking,
wood is a lot less forgiving than metal.
Technically speaking, things like woodwork was more of a male-dominated thing anyway. Don't get me wrong, women can do it, and they are very good at it in some cases. But
yeah,
certainly it was always like a thing that
it was male-dominated.
Men just like the idea of having a saw or a tool in their hand, shall we say?
Chisels and planes and stuff.
It was definitely a man thing, wasn't it?
Viv says that's actually a really progressive approach. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's good to have a curriculum where there's varied things, but we didn't have that. I think in our comprehensive school there was no teacher who was able to do the arts and crafts and sewing sort of element to it, because when I did the knitting squares, you had to be able to knit to sign up for it, because there was no teaching you. There wasn't time.
There was another one that we did, graphics, and I actually did that. I did that through to GCSE.
What, technical drawing?
No, not technical
graphic
drawing.
Design.
Graphic design, yeah, there's a difference. People always say that when I mention it, but it wasn't. It was, put it this way, during my GCSE work, I had to design a packaging for like a thing of cosmetics.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So it's not technical drawing, it's actually making stuff.
Yeah.
So,
now you see, I did technical drawing, but I couldn't do graphic design because I could if you gave me a set of instructions and asked me to draw in accordance with the instructions, I could follow the instructions and do the drawing.
Yeah,
But if you said to me, design something, I'd be like,
You couldn't
no,
do it. You
that
couldn't
ain't
do it.
happening,
No,
because I
okay.
couldn't do that. So, I love cooking, says Lizzie. I was taught to use a sewing machine and couldn't stitch a straight line. I wish I'd done cross stitching at school. I might have finished something by now.
Oh, what is this called?
Kelly says my hubby's very handy, except he doesn't do anything electrical. Fortunately, my sister's hubby is a Sparky. Always good to have one of them in the family.
Now, we never did that. We never did anything like electrical stuff, right? But when I was in the 6th form, we did something called survival skills.
Oh, right, okay.
Now, that did involve electronics because that was basically designed to prepare you for, like, practical skills you would need in the big wide world after leaving school.
Oh, right.
So,
okay.
for example, we did, like, tiling a wall, wiring a plug and stuff like that.
I hated woodwork, says Lizzie. Was not comfortable with equipment and scared I was going to hurt myself. You see, I didn't mind that because I think I got a creative eye because I could see what you could make. It's just that I didn't have the skills between the imagination and the bringing it to reality. Tina chose to do woodwork and metalwork for GCSE, was one of only 3 girls in the class. Fabulous.
All right.
I can remember being sort of 3rd year in comprehensive school and spending lunch times in the metal workshop, you know, and I made coat hooks and I made brackets and all sorts. And we, you know, I did quite a lot actually. Even my dad was impressed, and my dad was a steel worker for a living. It was hard to impress him, but he was impressed by what I brought home from metalwork class.
Yeah, I think your dad was from what I understand, was the sort that was very old school. You know, didn't like the idea of stuff being modernised.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't put that into words, but you know what I mean.
You get girls doing engineering and building. Yes, one of my best friends is a civil engineer. So,
What a woman.
Yeah, she's a civil engineer. Well, I said one of my best friends. She's one of my friends. I've not seen her for a while because she said something that I disagreed with. So, and I'm not terribly forgiven because this was over my ex-husband.
Oh, right. I was going to ask you what that was about.
But I've still sort of kept her as an acquaintance. But yeah, she's a civil engineer over in Liverpool.
All right. Okay.
So yeah.
Do I know if this friend of yours?
It's Katie.
Well, if you've mentioned her, I can't remember.
Were you with us when we met her in London? No.
Oh yeah,
Katie.
That one, that Katie.
Katie.
Right, that Katie.
I disliked school intensely, says Lizzie. The only subjects I liked were drama and English. I need to say a massive thank you to Sharon, says Hannah, for providing material for the after school club I'm going to run.
All right.
Fabulous, Hannah. I will have some stuff for you. I just got to dig it out. I'll be back painting mouldings and such around the house. I don't mind doing it until my eyes don't cooperate after a while. Yeah.
We all get like that occasionally.
Definitely. Viv very nearly did physics at uni with a view to doing nuclear physics. That would have been quite something. I think there's a lot of focus on women and STEM subjects now as well, isn't there?
What's STEM stand for?
Science, technology, English and maths or something.
I have heard.
Yeah. 18 girls in my class. I was ranked 28th both in needlework and domestic science. I took up technical drawing instead, says Liz.
You see, this is the thing, right? I mean, it's a bit more sort of varied now, but most jobs historically were either for men or for women.
Yeah.
I know you very rarely did you get anyone from the other side doing what job we're talking about. I mean, the biggest thing to sort of cement that idea is when I went to college. Now, I went to college to train to be a primary school teacher, right? There were 75 people in my tutor group, right? Only 11 were men. I was one of them.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of now that women are making a bigger impression. Like, for example, a lot of what was typically seen as male-dominated professions now have a lot of women in them. For example, in the 80s, we started to have a lot more of a sort of a movement that women could do more. You know, we didn't just have to be tied to the kitchen sink and having babies.
Well,
you know,
I mean, that's how it was.
So you know, we had this kind of a big sort of a shift in perceptions. And whilst you don't necessarily see women stockbrokers and women bank people in banking and high up and that sort of thing, we did start to see things like women progressing quite high up in medical field, for example. And in the legal profession, there's a lot more judges on the bench who are female now. And even sort of down to, you know, sort of more local level. For example, our local coroner for years was this man, and it was the same man for years. And then when he retired, it was a woman who took over. And a coroner is typically seen as a male-dominated job, or was. But now we're seeing a lot more women, which is good. You know, I mean, as I said, my friend's a civil engineer, which was very male-dominated. Ended up going down the arts route, says Viv. I work in a typical male industry, but women in trucking industry is becoming the normal now. Yes, very true. Very true. You don't see many women truck drivers in the UK, though, as yet. Have you seen many?
No.
Because I know you're out and about quite a lot. But I can't remember last time I saw a female truck driver. I've seen a lot more female bus drivers.
Oh yeah, they're common enough.
But then again, we do live literally around the back of a depot. So women in police, big issues over that. Yes, that's true. And ministers in the church. Yeah. A lot more female now.
Yes, they're more common. Certainly, female ministers.
Kelly says lots of women in law enforcement now too. A friend of ours is in RCMP Watch Commander in the city of Penticton. Fabulous.
How long for show and tell? Because I just need to go to the toilet.
I can wait until you come back.
All right, cool.
We're having a good discussion, actually. Town clerks were very male dominated, but now it's extremely female dominated. Yeah, we had a lady mayor and a lady deputy mayor last year, and I know this because they were the ones that gave me my trophy at the show. Liz follows a lady truck driver on YouTube. Fabulous. Okay. I thought you were going to be longer than that. Lots of female pilots now too. Yes, and conversely, a larger number of male aircrew. Cabin crew. Stewards. Cabin steward. What is it that they call them now?
Trolley dollies.
No, that's the old-fashioned name. There's a new name, isn't there, for males that work as cabin? Is it just cabin crew? I don't know. Yeah, just cabin crew. My son's studying to be a nurse, which was a female job for a long while, yeah. I think over in the UK, when we had programs like Casualty that started in the 80s, and one of the main characters was a male nurse, it gave people a bit of a reminder that nurses didn't always have to be female. Interesting though, isn't it, how the dynamics changed enormously. Still can't get my head around male nurses. There's even quite a few male midwives now cropping up. So yeah, I think there's one or two that works at our local hospital. The vets that own to 2 clinics, my daughter's bosses are 3 women. Yeah. I think it's fantastic that, you know, women are presence is being felt in a lot more professions and at a lot higher standards, a lot higher position.
Sounds jingle.
Yeah, we'll be ready when you are. Your feet hurting?
No.
Because you're doing a bit of limping.
No, my feet are fine.
Yeah.
Feet are fine.
Is that just a tired trudge?
Yeah, we'll call it that if that's what you want to call it. Anyway, so-and-so jingle.
Yeah, not too loud. If you can. Thank you.
Oh, hang on. Why can't I hear it? Oh, that's why. Hold on. Carry on talking for a sec.
Okay. Kelly says, Lorna the Vets does large animal care, lots of dairy farms here. Yeah.
Right, try that. Hold
Okay.
on. Take 2.
Oh. I have new slippers today because my other ones were smelly. And they say best mum on them. Aren't they lovely?
Best mum is right.
They're very, very cute. Right, okay. Oof, 1,699 stitches so far. Shirley says, I can remember the Equality Act coming in when I was at school and the world was going to be our oyster.
The Equality Act. I don't remember that.
Aye.
I think I'm a little bit too young for that.
Never too young. I'm just going to put a bit of charge in my tablet while we're here. Okay. I'm hopeful of some sleep tonight because I'm starting to feel a little tired now. So just waiting for my group to load up, so I'll have a quick drink. Oh, I got this today. A £1 coin with the bees on it. And a king's head. It's the first time I've seen one of these, and I'm pretty sure that all of you are going to say, oh, I've had loads of them. But this is the first time I've seen this one. The king's first £1 coin. Okay. Oh, here we go. Right. Event is open. I will have a look at that in a bit more depth on Wednesday. Allow a few people to join. Cindy. First of all, she has finished the needle book for this set. Teresa Baird, designer of the Scottish Thistle sewing set. 40 count Zweigart antique white. 1/2 with 1/1 for letters and numbers. 1/1 on 40 count is no joke. The struggle is real. Beautiful stitching though, Cindy. Absolutely fabulous. Let me just see if I can. There we go. So yeah, awesome. Look at that. Look at that C. Teeny tiny. Absolutely gorgeous. Nicely done, Cindy. So Senga have a new starter in the works, but she hasn't decided on the colour for it yet. He's quite something, isn't he?
What is it?
It's a dragon.
Oh. Not one of Sarah's, is it?
No. I tell you what it does remind me of, though. It's like a, almost in a way, it's like a black and white version of your dragon, Liz. So yeah, she's not decided what colour that she wants to use just yet. But there is some fabric, and it's a lovely mottled fabric with some, it's coming up sort of greenish and bluish, but it's more grey. Oh, no, that is not what I wanted. Oh. Tablet.
Who'd have them?
I know. So there we go. And that is from come on, tablet. Tapped it twice now. Sylvia Romero on Facebook. So if you join her group, it's in the files section on there. So there we go. Okay. Oh dear. Liz has just splurged. Not so much, I fear, down a rabbit hole, more like down the whole rabbit warren. She's ordered a painting fairy cross-stitch 2-in-1, adjustable floor frame, and extension bar set. Bang goes any other spending. You only live once. So let's see. And look at Danny's cat. Oh my goodness. Now that is one happy cat. Oh dear. Apparently the cats really trust you when they are showing you their tummy. So it goes, apparently. Let me just find a sew and tell thread. That one. Okay, just check my messages as well. Okay. Got one in there I need to answer later on. If not later, certainly tomorrow. All comments. Right, let's have a look at this thread. So Peggy has started her Majestic Flora by Zana. Zana Cross Stitch, Zana Cresswell, 1/1 on 22 count hard hanger, and she's at 2.56%. So fantastic. And let's see the mock-up. Oh, this pretty. I like that. Very pretty. Love the colouring in that. The pinks and the oranges. Beautiful. Hey, Crash Riches. Okay. Hey, Otter. How you doing? How's the bump? Shirley is working on her Black Cat 7, kitted by Thread Geeks, 25 count, 1/1, and she's worked 7,355 stitches out of 129,600, and she's reached a milestone. She's at 5.68%. So just zoom in there and you can see it there. That is a great start there, Shirley. Looking good. No, don't want to do that. Okay. And come on. My tablet is so slow. Is that a bit more on there? That's another view. And here is the mock-up. There we go. Isn't he fantastic? Looks just like the little man that comes to our door.
Yes, he's been around today.
Yeah, several times. Lizzie has a new start. This is Waterside Tea by Bigelow Illustrations. 200 stitches, new start on the 1st of August. Charting Creations piece, kitted by Pain Free Crafts, and a top left start. Let's go and have a look at the mock-up. Okay. Ah, and there we go. Look at that. That's a lovely little scene. Love that. Almost Dominic Davidson-esque, isn't it? Sarah is also jumping on the new start bandwagon. Dragon Pile by Dragon Muse on 25 count, vintage country mocha, 1,665 stitches or 1.84%. Trying out parking on this one as no grid lines. So if I just zoom in a little bit there, we can see the stitching.
Hello.
Sounds like kids are out and about. And look at these. Aren't they cute? Ever so cute, those. So yeah, fantastic. Okay. Come on, turn off. Silly tablet. Jess was meant to pick up Magpie, but a golden horse was calling to me more. This is still a Gecko Rouge. Hey, you stitch what you want. It's, you know.
Stitching has no rules.
Nope. There we go. That is a gorgeous piece. I can't wait for my Gecko Rouge kits to show up. Not that I'll be doing them for a while, but I still can't wait. It's by Scandi Girl, that one. Tina's current progress on her knitting project. This is a habitation throw patterned by Helen Stewart, knitting a yarn advent from Giddy Yarns from a few years ago. 6 or 7 colours left, and Tina is hoping for an August finish. So yeah, that looks lovely. Love the graduation of the colours in it. Really, really pretty. So yeah. Kelly has been working on a It's Halloween Night, and she's reached the right hand side. Should a few rows of the 939 to get to the top right corner done. Current pattern keeper stats are 5,001 stitches out of 40,000 and 12.5%. This project will be stitched on the 13th and 31st of August and probably 13th of September before it goes away again for a while. It's looking absolutely fantastic, Kelly. Absolutely awesome. Love that, and love that you've got several milestones in one there.
No.
And here is the mock-up. It's by Eda Jose Rosa, and it's a Stitch Is So Beautiful. I'm quite excited for tomorrow because I should be starting my first Stitch Is So Beautiful. Charlotte has a new start.
Blimey.
And this is the blanket pattern. It's from Ophelia Talks Crochet, and the yarn pack 2, but she's going to use the blind dip method, and the mock-up is hanging on it. So yeah, fantastic. Another crochet project there for Charlotte. So if we just zoom in a little bit, so there is the mock-up and her beautiful crochet work behind. So yeah, absolutely fabulous. I will have to slog through about 500 stitches of 939 on that right corner. Oh dear. Cheryl is working on her dog's cross stitch. So if I just zoom in a wee way there, we can see the lots of different breeds of dog on the mock-up there. And we've got her stitching another stamp kit that she's doing. It's looking good, Cheryl. Keep on going. And here is Viv, who as we know, has now reached the 10,000 stitch mark on her Sunbound Trail. Rose Khan, Pain Free Crafts. So it's one of the 6 portals, currently at 9,970 out of 168,800, or 6.2%. I think we can have another bell for our lovely Viv.
I think so too.
It just looks gorgeous. Your stitching is beautiful. And I love that. You've got little turtles in the top. It's looking absolutely amazing. And here is the mock-up. So I'm going to zoom right in as usual. As you can see, there's lots of little things on this chart. Lots of bits to look at. So there we go. Fabulous. Nicely done, our lovely Viv. What we got next? Liz. Hey, another milestone here. Our Liz has reached 50%. He's off into his cave now for a rest, but this is the mini Rainbow Dragon 3 from Artisy. 13,373 out of 26,600 stitches. So 50.27%, and she's working this on 2/1 Ada. Looks like an 18 count. And she's got 1 0 so far. So if I just zoom in there, let's have a little look at him. Look at those eyes. Absolutely amazing. I'm so happy you've got to a big milestone on that one, Liz. Nicely done. And of course, here is the mock-up. Once I worked out the relaxed typewriter method works best for me, let's do it, yeah. Okay. So this one, I take it this one is your latest stitch here, Liz. This is the one you're having to be careful on counting on. Let's have a look. Yes, Graphic Town needs a little love. No stats, although a JPEG pattern for the amount of straight stitches involved is not on Pattern Keeper. Fabric is an easy grid. So there we go. So yeah, I can definitely see why you definitely need to count hard on that one. Oh, yeah. Hannah, the bottom owl is finished.
Ooh.
And she's hoping to get the little branch done tonight whilst listening. It's so cute. Those button-esque eyes. Really, really sweet. Love it, Hannah. Absolutely love it. And here is the mock-ups. It's a stocking that Hannah is doing. He is super cute. Love it. Oh, I had to move. Starting to. Oh, yeah. Oh dear, switch my knees over. Okay, Sue is working on old-fashioned country kitchen from Tilton Crafts, 4,942 stitches out of 87,500. Start that again. And 5.64%, so milestone reached. So yeah, looks fabulous. It looks like a soup thing, soup tureen. Could be wrong. I guess I'll soon see from the mock-up. Yeah, it looks like one, doesn't it? So yeah, that is another gorgeous chart. And it's looking good, Sue. Jess has hit 55%. New York City postcard by Luca S. Look at that. That is lovely. You know, you don't normally associate New York with pastels and pinks, do you? Pale blues and greens, but that is beautiful. I like that. And here is the mock-up. That is just gorgeous. It's like New York in spring. I love that. I might have to go and have a hunt for that.
Are you getting inspired?
That, Hannah. Andy.
Are you getting
Enabled?
Not inspired.
Maybe.
Enabled.
Oh, look at my hole in my leggings. Yes, I really like that. Hey, Nori. I'm good, thank you. How are you? So let's just have a look and see if there's any recent comments. Okay. That's great, Sue. Nothing less to grab. Okay, right. So I am going to close this thread. So thank you guys very much. Those of you who have contributed to Sew and Tell. It's always fantastic to see your beautiful work. And of course, I just love it. What do you mean support, please, Nori? What is it that you're asking me for? Okay. My channel name is All Products. We don't do selling on this one, I'm afraid. Okay, we're not that kind of channel, unfortunately. Okay. My first Tilton Crafts and super impressed with it. I don't know if all the charts are the same, but this one's fab. I've never had a problem with my Tiltons. I've got 2 on the go. And I've never had a problem like, you know, with importing them and pattern keeper, that sort of thing. It's Tiltons have always been good to me. Okay, let's get back into the stitching. Let's see what else we can put in on this little section. Okay. Right. What else have we got here? 823. Okay. Viv is off for an early night. Back to work tomorrow, first time in a week and a half. No worries, Viv. Thanks for stopping by. Please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up on your way out if you haven't done so already. Loving the charting on it. Colours blend so well. Yes. I mean, my Realm of Middle-earth and my One to Rule don't have many colours. They have about 35-ish colours in each. And I find that they blend really well. That, you know, the colour palette's really good. So yeah, see where you're coming from. Okay. Dee, 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 dee. Ooh, oh my days. I think my insomnia night's catching up with me now. But then again, I kind of expected that it would, even though I had my little snooze in the chair this afternoon. Okay. So it's been a good show and tell this week. It's been loads of milestones, which I love.
Bells all over the place.
Can't remember who was working on a Zana Cresswell chart, the flower one. Is it a good chart? Because I've seen one I really like on her site, and it wasn't sure. It was Peggy, I think, who's working on the Zana cross stitch one. And I think, I'm not sure if Cheryl's got a Zana pattern. Am I right, Cheryl? Is your Disney Princesses one a Zana cross stitch? I know Zana's cross stitches there's a few people who've been stitching her pieces. World of Disney. I know that Tracy, who's the World of Stitches, has been stitching that one. Oh, nice. Are they good? Because I love the chart. I haven't heard anything bad about it, but I'm pretty sure that Cheryl, Disney Princesses one, is a Zana one. I could be wrong. So this one is my first cross stitch studio, and then and probably my only one, because obviously cross stitch studio were no longer operating, even though you can get charts from Sarah. But this is the only one I really fancied. And then tomorrow it'll be my first Stitch Is So Beautiful. So I'm looking forward to that. I have Universe Girl from Etsy. Right, okay. Was it from Zana on Etsy, Cheryl? Because I know that she had an Etsy shop. But yeah, World of Disney. And I think Kim Hollenbach's working on a Zana chart. I could be wrong. It's hard with Etsy because you never know. They're not cheap if they turn out rubbish, yeah. Zana has her own website now. It doesn't always go, have to go, start there again. Don't have to go through Etsy. I love the Tree of Life and what it represents. Yep. I've always wanted a Tree of Life. I don't know why, it's just one of those charts that I always wanted. You know how sometimes you get it in your head, I really need that chart in my life, but there's no reason for it. It's just randomly popped into your head that that's what you need to stitch. That's what this is for me.
Would that be the same Tree of Life that I've come across in church windows?
Yeah, the Tree of Life, yeah. Yes, you'll come across it in a lot of places, I'm sure. That's what it looks like. Mine's a stained glass.
Yeah, that's familiar. Yeah, I do recognise
that. Julie Mad Designs from Etsy. Oh, right, okay. Thanks, Cheryl. So, yeah. Okay, back. Hubby's fixing fence boards. Had to hold an end while he screwed it down. Oh. Sounds like a practical sort, your hubby. Send him over here. I can keep him busy a while.
Doing what?
I've got a decking that needs fixing, a garden that needs doing, a garage roof that needs fixing, garage doors that need fixing. Do you want me to continue? Lots of stuff. To be fair, I've been waiting until the dotted line is done and I own this house. I'm not doing anything. Well, my ex's name is still attached to it. Apart from the kitchen, I had to do the kitchen. That kitchen was for me. Not that he ever went into it.
He did, but
yeah, to get a beer out of the fridge.
Yeah, that was pretty much his only sort of. Now, don't get me wrong, I go in the kitchen to get beers and stuff like that.
Huh?
But I do actually cook.
Yeah, but you don't drink beer much, Andy. I mean, come on.
I had a glass of wine earlier.
My hubby's been laying joists for a new floor all weekend and he's knackered, bless him. I'm no help at the minute.
Still some of that wine left if you want it.
No, thank you. I'm all right. Okay. About 10 weeks to go, is it, for Carlotta? Something like that? Oh. Doing well, aren't I? Scissors are knocking me. There we go. That is not stitched in at all. Let's try that again, shall we? Luckily the tail is nice and long. I have to get back to the sewing room. See you all on Wednesday, says Kelly. No worries, Kelly. Thank you for joining. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I hope that your girl gets back safely. And I hope she had a great time. 11, could legally start my mat leave now if I wanted. Tempted. Yeah, I gave up work when I was having Hannah 2 weeks before I had her. I wasn't going to be any earlier than a couple of weeks before I had her because I wanted as long as possible with her, and as long as possible actually turned out to be 14 years before I went back to work because I just decided to have more children.
Not that you regret Victoria or Laurie
No.
in any way, shape, or form.
No, I don't regret them. I don't regret any of them.
Have you mentioned Lauren by the way?
No, I'm not going to either. Hey, Laurie. 3371. That's very loud. I've got you in stereo. So Stepdad came today, had a quiz. I absolutely bossed the 80s music quiz. Andy was quite gobsmacked. Some of them I knew the answer before he'd even finished the question. A couple of questions stick out from the music quiz if you guys want to have a go at them. So in the 80s, there were 3 versions of the song, The Power of Love. Who sang them? And another one that stuck out, what was the first video that was ever played on MTV? I got 2 out of 3 on the song because I couldn't remember the third one for the life of me. And I definitely got the video one. So come on, let's test your musical knowledge. Huey Louie and the News. Yeah, that was one of them. Huey Lewis. Celine Dion is wrong. Sue's got to go. Have a lovely week trying to make it Wednesday. Life's a real struggle. Oh, bless you. We're around wherever you are, Sue. So, you do what you need to do. We will still be here when you're ready. Frankie Goes to Hollywood, correct? That was the one I didn't get. So you're right, Celine Dion did sing The Power of Love, but she sang her version in the 90s. This one is the 80s one that we're after. Jennifer Rush. Yes, that's it. You got it. I completely forgot about the Frankie Goes to Hollywood one. And go on. So the first video on MTV without Googling. I can see the female but can't finger Jennifer. It's Jennifer Rush. She sang like she had sticky out teeth. It's the only way I can describe it. But yeah, Celine Dion covered the Jennifer Rush version in the 90s. Video killed the radio star. Yeah, you got it. By the Buggles. That's it. Nope. It was Video Killed the Radio Star. Video killed the radio star. And it was very prophetic, actually, wasn't it? Because when the age of MTV, holy moly. Of course, it's dead and gone now, isn't it, MTV? It's no longer on air. Early 80s were a happy time for music. who were the only British act to win the Eurovision Song Contest in the 80s? That was another one that came up. Who used to watch Eurovision in the 80s? You were forced to blooming watch it. My mother loved it. Not Wham. Yes, Lizzie, Bucks Fizz. Making your mind up. Bucks Fizz, because I was on a night hike. I loved MTV till it wasn't music anymore. Yes, that's true. It did change, didn't it? Around sort of turn of the century, really, around sort of 2000, it became a lot more about features and stuff, and not, you know, they were showing series like Jackass and the Osbournes and what have you. And, you know, they had TRL, but there wasn't much music. It was like chat and interviews and stuff. Yeah, I much preferred the older days when back-to-back music videos, early Def Leppard and Dire Straits and what have you. Hair metal days. MTV showed a lot of hair metal videos. White Snake. AC/DC. And then, of course, we got VH1, which I always enjoyed. I like VH1 because it was not all the programming that MTV had. There was a lot of music. And then you had all the little spin-off channels and the ones where you could text in to request a video. Hey, Mona. Yeah, definitely perfect outlining for an easy fill-in. Anyone remember MTV competing channel ZTV? Nope, I don't think we had ZTV here. Or I don't remember it for sure. Oh, excuse me. Bit of black coming through there, which I don't want. But on here, where am I? You know, when you're just looking at it and you can't see where you are. That's me right now, there. That's where I am. Does anyone here remember Radio Caroline, says Liz. Yep, I do. We used to get it here in Rotherham, but it was very faint and the channel would slip very easily. But when, you know, we had the old AM/FM radios, which, you know, the kids today will never know the struggle. of turning a dial to pick up the signal, having the aerial and having to turn your tape deck round or your radio around 90 degrees so that you've got a better signal, you know, moving to a different table or, you know, different place in the house. I had as a kid one Christmas some of those headphones that have got a little radio in them. I mean, how I didn't end up, you know, with the fried brain, I have no idea. The chart show, yeah, remember that. It's like chart show too. Saturdays were not complete without it. And sitting on a Sunday evening listening to the charts on the radio and recording songs, and always when you got near the end, the flipping announcer started talking, so you never caught the end properly. And when a song had been at #1 for weeks and weeks and weeks on end, and you just got fed up of hearing it. Bryan Adams, I'm talking to you. Wet, 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 love is all around. I got sick of that song. We used to call them drip, drip, drip. No, but I used to tune into Radio Luxembourg on AM band because they had music when public service channels here sent sport events. Yep. Of course, the Sunday rush of getting a blank tape to record all your favourite songs. Saturday evenings recording the top 20. Yep. Top of the Pops on a Thursday night before EastEnders in the late 80s, certainly. The chart show on a Friday, a Saturday. Was it, am I right? Wednesday nights it was Dallas and Friday nights it was Dynasty on the telly.
I don't know.
I think so. My mother used to watch both. She loved them. There was a radio show on Sunday evenings. They always spelt out the name Keenjum. Hey, that song is great. We used to call it Wet, 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 Dry, Dry, Dry. I love that song now. Music now is just rubbish. Yeah. The former song I'm defending is Bryan Adams. Yeah, I didn't mind that Bryan Adams one, but, you know, you did get fed up of hearing it after a while. I don't mind it so much now. Any song that came out on the back of a movie just got flogged to death. Absolutely flogged on the radio. And it would be, oh, this is such and such, and it's from the movie so-and-so. It's in cinemas now. As if we could afford the cinema. I mean, you can't afford it now. We need a small mortgage. You used to have to wait until it came out on video and then put your name down for it at the video shop. And you got a phone call when it was ready for you to come in and rent. And if you didn't rent it that day, you had to go back to the bottom of the queue. Me and my mother used to go to the video shop on a Sunday to hire a film for Sunday afternoon watching. She used to drive us along in a Reliant Robin, because that's what she had, a Reliant Robin. Park round corner, go into the video shop, pick out 2 videos, and then she'd used to pick out a video for my dad to watch late at night, because my dad liked horror films. And that was our Sunday. After Sunday dinner, we'd go and sit and watch whatever video my mother had picked out from the video shop. Sunday lunchtimes were the best. Billy Cotton, around the home, Clitheroe Kid, and of course Navy Lark. Yeah. Then again, I was 11, 12 when that song came out, and I love Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, although I do love Robin Hood, Men in Tights. Yep. 9 to 8. Yes, I like Men in Tights. It's funny. Odeon popped up on Deliveroo the other day. You can now enjoy stale, overpriced popcorn and questionable hot dogs from the comfort of your own home. I miss those days so much. Yeah. There's lots, isn't there, when we think about it? I mean, summer, we didn't go on holidays or go to seaside or whatever. And we certainly didn't sit in the house all day watching telly, playing video games and sleeping in until dinner time. You know, we would make a sandwich and put it in a bag and go out to the park and have a picnic and, you know, come back home when the street lights were coming on, kind of thing. You know, we made our own entertainment. Just go picking blackberries in the summer and begging my mother to make a pie or a crumble, which she hated. She'd been cooking all day at work, and then she'd come home to 3 pounds of blackberries and was looking at her expectantly. We'll wash them and freeze them, she'd say. We'll use them another day. To be fair, she always did, and sort of in the autumn, then, yeah, she'd make a pie or a crumble or whatever. Happy days. Talking to my stepdad about our local main park, because it had a little zoo. It had like exotic birds and, you know, peacocks and stuff. There was an actual paddling pool, not just a splash pad. A roller skating rink and a museum, which was free to go in. Spent a lot of time in the summer in that museum as a kid. We used to always want an ice cream, but we never had the money. Frozen ice cream was one of those bars that you got from Iceland or whatever, and you cut it up and your mum put it either in a bowl with some chocolate sauce on it if you were lucky, or stuck it between 2 wafers. An ice cream sandwich. Summer. Used to take my eldest there in the 90s. Yep. I love what I heard of round the Horn. Hello, I'm Julian. This is my friend Sandy. Yes, it was Clifton Park. Yes, Shirley. I had for my 12th birthday, I think, or Christmas, my mum bought me a pair of roller boots. And every Saturday that I could, I was in Clifton Park, because I couldn't always afford the roller disco at the leisure centre. Used to have a roller disco there on a Saturday. Happy days. My mum put me on the bus every summer to my granny's house until my pawpaw died. That was the other thing we used to do. We used to go to one of my grandparents. I used to go and go to the shop for her or whatever, do whatever she needed. Oh, do you want some money for going? No, no, Grandma, it's all right. You keep your money. Much as we didn't have anything, we knew she had even less. I need to just catch that stitch. That's it. I had a rabbit and we used to have to go to the farm in the summer and get some straw. We used to have to get enough straw to take us through the winter. And you took a carrier bag. For 50p, you could have as much straw as you could fit in this carrier bag. I think it was 50p. You have never known so much straw in one carrier bag. Back when carrier bags were carrier bags, not like the flipping one I had on yesterday. I went to the supermarket yesterday and I didn't have a bag with me. And I bought potatoes, carrots, 4 pints of milk, and the bag just disintegrated on me. Ended up carrying it in my arms like, you know, the American paper bag type thing. Oh, come on. There we go. Right. I'll pop my monetization on. This isn't actually far off done. There's only, I think, 3 more colours to do. And this will be done. Yeah, well, I'm just going to use my needle and thread to pull that one stitch down a bit tighter, because it's still not done it. There we go, that's better. Did your son used to like the lion in the museum, Shirley? Because it's still there. And there was a bear at one bit as well. I don't think the bear's still there, though. I don't remember seeing it last time I went. And again, last time I went to the museum was probably not long after we got married. 2018. And a 3-headed cat. Yep. a piece of Rockingham pottery in there as well. A few pieces of Rockingham pottery. Rhinoceros vase. I can remember going there as a young girl in school, and with the class there was a couple of the girls who were able to try on the Victorian. They had some Victorian costumes, and these, I mean, we weren't terribly big anyway as children, but these costumes were just tiny, absolutely teeny tiny. Oops, just found the bag for my graphic town. It's 20 count. Ada, even with 1/1. A little bit tonight is 2/1. Oh dear. Yes, they had a room full of it. And then loads of, they're all dark, the rooms back then, because they didn't open the shutters up very well. And there was loads of portraits as well. And then there was like the military ones, the York and Lancaster Regiment display and whatnot. But yeah, all the rooms were shuttered and very dark, I seem to remember. My mum did some research once, and I can remember going to the museum and finding this particular piece of pottery that was quite important to her research, and she got quite excited about it, actually. The pottery collection was quite good, apparently. I don't know how much they've got left of it in there, because I've not been in there for a while. Maybe next Rotherham show, I'll make a point of going in and having a look. It's only a month at Rotherham show. Early September. It's the 6th or something this year. The weekend, the 6th of September. My hubby's uncle was in the York and Lancaster World War One and died at the Somme. Wow. Sandy says thanks for the live. See you Wednesday. Take care. Happy stitching. Thank you, Sandy, and you too. Keep me see if I can see the records. Be interesting, Shirley. I'm going to join a living live, says Lizzie. See you all next week. No worries, Lizzie. Take care. Have a good, start there again. Have a lovely week. Don't forget, if you are leaving, to hit me the thumbs up. Helps me out enormously. 30 odd of you watching, 17 thumbs up. So please hit that button. You know, it helps visibility. We get new people coming in on lives. So yeah. It's filling in quite nicely, this snout. One little splash of colour. If we've got one, we can build on that, can't we? I do think I prefer typewriter method though. But still, experimentation is good. Out of comfort zones is good. Don't have to be stuck in a rut all the time. Love it when you can get into a nice little rhythm. I think, you know, because I do this, obviously, mapping, and that's what I've done with this section. And is I've had a look, and this colour appears to have the most stitches, so everything else done. So I'm just filling in the gaps until I get down to the bottom on this one, which is good. Yeah, somebody having a chat outside again. You're right over there, love. You okay?
Yeah.
World of your own. Got your headphones on, haven't you? I think filling in this has been then just working black. Feels like a victory. Sounds like Anna's chatting to the cat.
And I spends more time talking to that cat than us.
I know.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? Oh, right, but the cat can't answer back.
Oh, well, she does meow back at Hannah sometimes, doesn't she? I think Hannah sees that as conversation.
Cat knows nothing.
Well, that's true.
That's an effort.
What's an effort?
Because I've managed to finish 3 of those 5 Waverley videos.
All right, okay.
The 2 shall be done in the morning.
Uh-huh.
Finished all the Guildford ones while I was there.
It's going to bingly bongly at you.
No, it doesn't every night. You've now got me singing the Bing Bong song in the air. I'm sure everybody will know what that is, especially the Americans. To explain, we have a cartoon in this country called Peppa Pig, and it's famous for a few things. One of those things is the Bing Bong song.
The other thing is Daddy Pig being an absolute bloody know-it-all.
And now I've mentioned the Bing Bong song, people in the UK who are familiar with this will now be singing it as well. You may now thank me.
I don't think there's going to be any thanks whatsoever. Peppa Pig and the Bing Bong song. 3 more little stitches and then this section is complete. However, it'll be 4 because there'll be 3 with this colour and 1 with another. 4, 5, 1.
Are you singing it now?
Nope, I was not. Shez is laughing. Bing bang, bingle bangle boom.
Yes, you are singing it.
I wasn't though. I want to doing that fit make you giggle. Thank goodness my boys never liked Peppa Pig. Oh, they were too old. Lauren was a big fan as a little one. And then she went to Mickey Mouse. She loved Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. And that is another annoying theme. When she was a little girl, she had Mickey Mouse everything. Mickey Mouse shoes, tights, dress, coat, slippers, pyjamas. You name it, it had Mickey Mouse on it. Oof. Hannah's off. See you next week. No worries, Hannah. You take care. I'm about Wednesday as usual, so if you're not about, I'll see you next Sunday. Right, let's pop this 1 stitch in. And then I am about done. This will, Hannah's chucking some in downstairs. This will make, when I'm up to 1,850 stitches, so I've done about 300 on this stream, which is good.
The stairs are a teeny bit damp.
All right, okay.
Damn, why?
Because she's just spilt some Pepsi on them.
It'll dry.
Mm. It'll dry.
I think you come down to feed the Mogatron.
No, I thought I'd come and have a look around and go back there.
Okay, have fun with that.
Now, you two, no bickering.
We're not bickering, we're just having a nice little conversation. That's
Yeah, well, it turns into bickering, we are too.
Anna, is this yours? Oh, it's alright,
Okay, from Winnie the Pooh, Scooby-Doo, and then Power Rangers. Oof. Luckily, because I didn't have boys, I was never blessed with Power Rangers.
Go, Power Rangers.
Oh my gosh, but I've got a big boy here. So, anyway, so I've done about 300 stitches, which I'm quite happy with. Let me just move that out. So there we go. That is looking quite good. So that is 1 leaf or stained glass section all done. Flooded with my daughter on Wednesday. Oh, fabulous. How did the hair dye work out? The second one worked out much better.
How you
My son was Lightning McQueen all the way. Ooh. Right, I'm going to be away, folks. So thank you guys very much indeed for watching. Thanks for spending your time with me this evening. Do give me a thumbs up if you haven't already done so. And other than my regular videos, I will see you on the next one. So take care, everyone. Happy stitching. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye for now.